Hey there guys, how you doing? This is going to be a sort of quick video today. I'm going to show you two towers that don't get used very often and how to possibly use them a little bit effectively. At least we're going to try. Of course, this is going to be arranged around me using a couple other towers that are probably a little bit better, just to make sure we don't lose very silly like. It's very tough to just come out with using weird towers and make them super effective, especially versus people who have a 3-to-1 win ratio and have 5,000 battle score. It's tough. So the two towers are going to be the Glue Gunner and the Spike Factory. Those are the two towers. Now we're going to need a good popping power tower such as a cannon, as well as a camo detection tower such as a mortar. Those are going to be the four things that I'm going to use. Now we're going to try out the Spike Factory a little bit. We're probably going to end up using a 4-2 Spike Factory instead of a 2-4 Spike Factory because of the nerf with the 2-4 Spike Factory. If you guys remember how awesome that used to be, you could just use that one little 2-4 Spike Factory ability and it would pop literally like every single balloon on the screen. So I am going to start off the cannon. Let's get this guy right in the middle here. Hey ho, yo yo. So we're gonna get this bad boy up. Oh man, I am so tired. I had a really long day today. Oh my goodness, very long day. Oh man, this is Janito. He sounds very Mexican. Very Mexican. He could not be Mexican. Let's ask him. Does that make me racist? I hope not. Or Spanish. Or Spanish. But Jonito, it just sounds so Mexican. So as far as glue gunners go, I'll probably start using them on level 6 or so. Not really. What? I don't know what not really means, but that's okay. That's okay. This guy's got a texture to start off with. So, oh, he's Sherman. I don't know what that means. I don't know why he said not really then, instead of just no. Maybe he's trying to be nice. Alright, so, I don't know if I'm going to use Spike Factories like right from the beginning here. They're probably going to be my more mid-game-ish tower. Oh, get that 3-0 cannon up. Oh, put him on close. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, they got through 1 and 2. Buckle my shoe. Right through the door. Girl gave me that name. Oh, his name's probably John. John, and then they added an Ito. Johnito. Johnny boy. Ooh. Oh, I'm supposed to be sending out red balloons. I was pressing the blue balloon button. So we're gonna try. Oh, never mind. He knew my plan. Like it was insta connection with our brains. I was about to say, we're gonna send out massive amounts of blue balloons and then a couple pinks underneath them to help destroy this guy, but no, it didn't happen. By the way, I thought it was very cute that you guys were giving Amanda a bunch of compliments in the video that we had where we were playing battles together when she was playing. And oh, look at that smiley face. I like him. Well, and everybody was like, oh, Amanda's so cute and blah, blah, blah. Chris, how did you get so lucky? I don't know how I got so lucky. Amanda's super cute, and I don't know why she likes me, but that's awesome that she does. That's super cool. So, again, we're going to try and use the glue gunners on these upcoming levels here. We're going to try and use it for level 6 for show. When am I going to use the Spike Factory? Pretty darn soon. The thing is about the Spike Factory is it's kind of hard to use in an effective way, especially on these levels where there's two ways that they come in. That means you can't use the Spike Factory at the very end of the map up here, because that'll just keep popping those balloons up there. You got to use it somewhere in the middle, probably right around this area right here. That's where we're going to end up doing it. So, again, no real good way to kill this guy just yet. Of course, I could try and rush in with a couple pinks in here and see what we can do, but I think I'm going to start saving up for that glue gunner. So we're going to get this guy up, and we're going to put him on... put him on strong, I suppose. We'll get him up to 1 and 2 corrosive glue. Oh, that rhymes. 1 and 2 corrosive glue. And those pinks did not... Maybe they leaked through just a little bit, but not crazy amounts, just a little bit. So we're going to mix him up just a little bit and make him buy a little bit more things here. Unless he wants to, or at least if he's willing to lose a few lives. Looks like a blue got through and a red got through. Maybe that didn't happen, but it looks like it at least. Now, if this guy mixed up the greens and the blacks, that could be a little bit of an issue for me. That's why I've decided to try and use the Spike Factory here. We'll put it right here and just leave it there. And if he tries to mix in those blacks and stuff like that, we should be able to pop the rest of these blacks over in this area as well. So he decided to sell his little cannon over there and got a ring of fire instead. And that should be able to demolish any balloons Weird tower mix. Very weird tower mix indeed. I agree. Spike Factory and Glue Gunner, you just don't see that very often at all. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and use a 2-2 Glue Gunner for any sort of Recro Rainbow Rush, as well as on top of that, we're going to use a mortar for camera detection, which should help out tremendously. Overall, glue, mortar, something glued, something's on fire. Oh yeah, and getting exploded all over the place. It's like my dream come true, seeing all these balloons get destroyed like cray, man. So we do have a pretty darn good economy so far. It has not had a huge problem with any sort of balloon so far. I don't think we're going to have very many problems with any balloons. And again, he's really not trying to rush me with too much. So I don't know if regrow balloons would actually leak through his defense, but I'm going to try. We're going to send out like 2 whites really quick. See what happens. Looks like our 3-0 cannon is having a little bit of a problem killing these guys. And it looks like that Ring of Fire just completely demolished that rush. I don't know what I was even thinking. We need to get about 800 or so. And that should be a really solid number for us. Just probably one more little 6-second thing, and bam, 800. That's good enough for me. We'll start getting my mortar up. He's going with the Monkey Village for his camera protection. Definitely an interesting way to go. He's probably planning on going late game against me. Very, very realistically, it could happen. So I got my mortar up here. We're going to put him in the very bottom there to help pop these balloons as fast as possible. As well as I'm going to put this guy on last now. Because now that I have this mortar up here, which is going to be a 2-3 mortar very, very soon here. Come on. And 2-3 action. There we go. We got a 2-3 mortar up. Maybe we can do a quick rush against this guy on level 12 or something. I mean, I don't know if that Ring of Fire can actually handle regrow rainbows all by itself. Maybe, but I don't think so. Or just wait for regrow ceramics. But by that point, he's probably going to have some sort of other towers. So it really shouldn't matter that much. Oh, man, look at that black balloon right there. Oh, man, look at that black balloon. He's just like, I'm just walking right through your defense there, man. That's what he did. So we have to get some more upgrades here. Let's get this stickier glue as well as glue splatter. We'll put this guy on last, and that should splatter all these black balloons. I don't know why he's sending out black balloons against me. It's not going to do anything. He's trying to leak it through my spike factory here, which just ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen, broski. So now they got that glue there. He's obviously going to do a fantastic job, as well as my mortar is in a pretty good spot as well. I don't know if I should mortar this mortar over here, but I think it's in a good spot now, so I'll just leave it as it is. And he's got a very solid thing over there. So we will go with a little bit more economy in here. And glue and mortar, you'd be surprised how many balloons they can pop just by themselves. Oh yeah. So we're going to get up to 1k here. And I don't know if he's going to try and regrow rainbow rush me. He totally could. But I think what we do is just get another 3-0 cannon up really quick. And that should be good enough. Should be good enough. Being keyword there. About 1,000. Bam. 1,000. Exactly 1,000. As well as I'd really like to get the glue hose. Some people really like the balloon dissolver, but I'm a big fan of the glue hose. There's 2 different ways that you can go about using it. I mean, glue hose is basically going to allow 0 balloons to get non-glued. The balloon dissolver, on the other hand, well, let's get it. Why not? We'll get the balloon dissolver. The balloon dissolver glues them and pops them very fast, but it doesn't hit all of them, you know, especially if you like pop some of those balloons into weaker balloons. So now that we have that happening, we're actually going to change this up. And this also can pop ceramics as well. So that means I don't have any ceramics to worry about. But I do have to worry a little bit more about missing some regrow rainbows or something like that. If they're not going to get glued, that's just going to run right through my defense. So we're going to get bigger stacks. We're going to get this and the spike ball factory. We're going to get, again, like I said, I wanted to save up for that 4-2 spike factory if at all possible. We'll get the fast production and even faster production after beyond that. Very expensive upgrades indeed right here. So if he sends out grouped regrow rainbows or something like that, I mean, I could be in for a world of trouble. But we're going to try it out. Again, we're going to try it out, see if we can make it work. If we can't, too bad, so sad. Life sucks. As well as I think I should get like another cannon over here. Mortar or something. I don't know. We'll get another mortar. Or what should I do? I don't know. There's too many black balloons coming in through here and just running right through my spike factory. And look at that. It's just a very expensive upgrade. $14,000. Obviously, these spike balls are doing a decent job versus these blacks, but just not enough. Definitely not enough. Not worth the $7,000 that I spent on this spike factory, or whatever amount of money I spent. Quite a bit of money, to say the least. $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, yeah, about $7,000, maybe a little less than that. Look at his defense over there. Just plain amazing. There's nothing we can do. Absolutely nothing. I can't even think of anything that I could do in the late game either. So I do have a weird tower choice, so that might actually help me out in the late game. My spike factory, I can get a 2-4 spike factory. I probably should get some more economy up in here, so I don't know if I do want to get that 4-2 spike factory. I'd really like to get it. It's going to be another 5 times 6, about another 30 seconds to save up for it. So that's going to be tough to save up for it by level 18. But the good thing is that if I get the Moab popped with this thing, if I glue him really, really nice and quick there, which I'm hoping that's what he's going to do if I leave it on strong, I should be able to demolish those balloons. Now, one thing that I've noticed that I really don't understand why the Ninja Kiwi people didn't understand what I was talking about when I mentioned this was I was talking about how the 2-4 Spike Factory was good back in the day, and then I was mentioning that the 4-2 Spike Factory was not quite as good because each Spike Ball mine only explodes once, even though there's less Spike Ball mines. So overall, that just means to me that you get less explosions out of your thing, which means less popping power. So it means it's a little worse than what it should be. And for whatever reason, they just didn't understand what I meant when I was talking to them about it, which is okay, I suppose. But it was just kind of upsetting. I thought they'd be able to fix that or make the explosions bigger or do something like that. Maybe they have fixed it. I just haven't really noticed it. Who uses a 4-2 Spike Factory? I mean, let's be honest. Nobody. Nobody uses a 4-2 Spike Factory. So that's why we're doing this. I think we're just going to end up playing this one game for you guys. It's going to be a quick video today because my throat still hurts, and it kind of sucks that my throat still hurts, but that's what I got to deal with. So we're going to go with a little bit more economy here. As well as spike factors are really not that bad in the late game. They really aren't. As you can tell, the 4-2 Spike Factory is doing a pretty darn decent job versus the balloons, but again, massive balloons will easily run right through my defense. Easily, easily, easily. But as you can tell, I don't have anything. I really don't have anything. I mean, I'm just going massive amounts of economy, and if he tries to rush me with Moabs or something, yeah, that is not good. Not good at all. I'd try and throw up some Moab Maulers really quick, but I really couldn't afford that many with the little amount of money that I had. I really, really prefer the 2-3 glue gunner. I just like having every single balloon glued. And there's some ceramic coming in through here. How big of a problem are they going to be? Let's look at this 4-2 Spike Factory right there, and it looks like they did a pretty darn good job against those ceramics. The more grouped they are, the better I am against them, because the explosions do more damage. Alright, so we're at $1,500 already. Also, my camera detection is lacking quite profusely right now. This is my only camera. Oh, no, I lied. It's not lacking. It's not lacking at all. I got my mortar. I was thinking that I had full camera detection with my Spike Factor right there, but that was just a total lie. And we're still going quite a bit of economy, but he's still got a fantastic defense, so it's just kind of one of those questions of do I try and rush him very soon, or do I try and just chill with what I got? I mean, I just have I think the only way that I could possibly ever win is if I get a good enough economy and just hope that he doesn't rush me and play into the late game with a 2-4 Spike Factory and a couple other good Spike Factories. And hope that he doesn't have a ground zero. If he has a ground zero, I'm pretty much screwed. If I go into the late game there. And look at all those zebras right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at all those zebras. And we took him down. We took him down. Alright, so we're going to stop at 2K. I can't see myself doing anything worse than that. I also got already Moabs coming out here, which they shouldn't be a big problem versus the Spike Factor right there. You should be able to take him down. Look at this. Bam, 1 little spike, 2 little spikes, 3 and 4 and 5, and we took it down. Yeah. Pretty decent, I suppose. Really can't complain too much, but I think the biggest problem is going to be the Moabs that come over here. So we're going to actually put our Spike Factor right over here. Go bam, 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 and get the Moab Shredder tax. And get the Spike Storm as well, pretty darn soon. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get another cannon right here. I'm going to put him on close. Get a 3-0 cannon, 3-2 cannon. We'll get this guy up to 3-2 as well, and make sure that I have a pretty solid defense as well. So I'm going to start saving up. Maybe I'll go for a big rush pretty soon, or I'll have to defend a big rush that he sends out against me. Either way, I think what I would do is if he tried to rush me, I'd get a Spike Storm really quick and use that, and maybe even sell and buy the Spike Storm as much as possible to help defend, as well as maybe get a 4-2 cannon over here, 4-2 cannon up at the top to help stop those balloons as much as possible. If like they're a bunch of regrows or something, regrow BFPs come out, because it looks like I don't have the best regrow ceramic defense right now. I just don't. But all these balloons are actually starting to try and leak on through. So we're going to get a glue gunner up here as well. I believe that's probably the best thing to do. So let's get a glue gunner up here. If anything doesn't get glued by the other glue gunner, we'll just go one. Actually, you know what? Why don't we just stick with all these guys? Balloon dissolvers. Get a bunch of balloon dissolvers, and then we don't even have to worry about it. Yeah, we'll get all of them glued. Glue splatter. Got balloon dissolvers all over the place. And they're having a few problems versus those ceramics. They're not good enough. I need to put this guy on last though. Put this all on last, all of them on last. And there's another Moab. So since there's Moabs coming out on the top as well, we will get more of these guys, more Moab shredders with bigger attacks, of course. And he does have the super monkey. So because this guy's good, he knows how to play the game. He's got the super monkey right there. He's got the Moab maulers. He's got the ring of fires for full popping power, and the 4-2 cannon as well. There's just nothing I can do against him right now. Nothing. So we'll just go one more Moab shredder. Why the heck not? And there's some Moabs coming out. So let's see how well he can deal versus the 2 Moabs. This guy did something different than what the other guy did in one of my other previous videos. He went for Moab Maulers instead of just a Super Monkey, which changes the game tremendously. If you just go Super Monkey, you're pretty darn weak. But if you go Super Monkey and Moab Maulers, you can actually do something with that. So level 30 is that level that you can start getting full health Moabs and all the balloons start getting harder and harder to kill. So should we go about and do that? Maybe. I'll get a 4-2 cannon right there, put it on close. That'll hopefully help stall those things, so it'll allow my my spike factories to do a little bit extra damage. A little extra damage in there. And my 4-2 spike factory is still lacking. It's because it's so expensive. If you just think about it. It's like 20 grand compared to a glue gunner, 10 grand. Cannons, very, very cheap. Cannons do a lot of popping power for very cheap amounts of money. Very cheap. And let's get, well, now it's time. Do we rush him or do we defend? I'm definitely going to wait till at least level 30. I'm hoping that he tries to rush me, and then I just wait it out. If he doesn't try and rush me, then I'm going to have to go for a rush on level like 33 or something, 32, somewhere around there. Otherwise, I'm pretty much dead. I don't know. The lag's probably going to end up killing me. That's probably my biggest issue. But if I can, all I got to do is maybe get a couple more glue gunners in here and a couple or maybe just I'll get 4-2 cannons. If he does try and rush me, I'll just get 4-2 cannons. But as you can tell, I'm very surprised we've gotten so far with just spike factories and just these silly little glue gunners. Like, come on, glue gunners and spike factories. Those you guys are usually very hard to use. But we're making them use pretty darn effectively. This is kind of like one of those really good. Oh, he knows what's going on here. Level 30 attack, maybe. Mwahaha. Also, Amanda did something really, really cute the other day. So I was hanging out with her and my friends, and we were playing this game. I don't know what it's called. It's kind of like Apples to Apples, where you ask a question, everybody writes down their answers, and then you have to guess who said what answer. I don't know what that game's actually called, but we kind of do it funny-ish, I suppose. We all say funny things all the time and things like that. And eventually, I forgot what the question even was, but it was something about, like, who would you something. And I ended up putting Amanda, mwahaha, like evil laugh, and then guess what she did? She ended up putting Chris, mwahaha. It was very, very funny because we copied each other. We even said mwahaha and said the other person, which was not something we planned at all, and wasn't even something that should have even remotely happened. So as you can tell, lots of Moabs coming out right now. Pretty big problem for me. No, not really. It looks like our spike factory is doing a pretty darn good job over there. Do have lots of money, so a big rush might come in pretty darn soon. Might come into play. In fact, I might even sell my 4-2 spike factory to help defeat these guys. A lot of Moabs coming in, though. I mean, he's got Moab Maulers. He's got his Robo Monkey, so we're going to have to go for a Mega Rush. And if he gets that Technological Terror up, oh my goodness, we're probably screwed. Probably screwed. But I just don't want to play for an extremely long time. I'd much rather just say, screw it. I don't care about losing the game. If I go for the rush and I lose, I'd rather do that than go into round 50 or 60 or whatever, how far I'd get, and just be like, oh, well, that was a waste of time. Lost the game. Just from regular oncoming balloons. So we're going to go for a big rush here, guys. We're going to go for it. We can't camo exploit him either. So we're going to go for a fast cooldown BFP rush. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. Fast cooldown BFP. And another fast cooldown BFP. These are all regrowths, by the way, so camo doesn't matter because he's got the Monkey Village and everything around the Monkey Village. But he's going for Blade Maelstroms already. I don't know if I'm seeing exactly what he's seeing, but he's going with Blade Maelstroms. Looks like he's not getting a Technological Terror up, and this could be a huge problem for him. I don't know if lag's actually affecting him as much as it is me, but lots of regrow balloons all in there, and we can even send out even more stuff. I don't even know if I should. Maybe I should just send them all out and go for an all-out frickin' rush here, guys. As well as, I'm going to sell this guy, get this, and use this really quick, because I do not want to lose. Oh, Spike Factory, goodness gracious, oh my goodness, that actually just saved my life right there. And he's going Blade Maelstrom crazy over there, using so many abilities, but there's just so many BFBs over there. But again, are the Artificial Intelligence Blues going to come and kill me? This is getting crazy here, guys. I do not know how this game is going to end. I just don't. I keep selling things and selling things. So there's so many Moabs coming out here. I don't know what to buy. I like these glue gunners, but I don't think I can survive with 2 of them anymore. I think I have to get another ability here, maybe even another Spike Storm. I have no economy, though, at the moment. 0 economy. What do I do? What do I do here, guys? I got to get another one of these bad boys. We'll get another Spike Storm. I got to use the Spike Storm and hope that that's enough. I'm also going to sell my cannon over there and get a 4-2 cannon down here as well as another 3-0 cannon and hope that's going to be enough popping power. Now we got the Oh My God and the BFB all over there, all combined together, and this is just getting plain ridiculous. Oh My God, BFB action. There's regrow balloons that just keep getting further and further, and he finally got his Technological Terror up, and that is probably going to end up beating my rush, as well as I just lost some lives there. Just plain ridiculous. I got a bunch of Moab Assassins and everything, and I don't think I'm going to end up winning this game. That Oh My God looks like it is going to get destroyed, and this is going to end up in a loss for Super John Bombo. Played it tough, played it rough, and it didn't end up the way I wanted it to. Let's try and get our economy back, I suppose. I suppose. And he's still got 4 BFBs over there, so I'm not going to be able to get my economy up at pretty much all. I think the best thing to do is probably just kind of resign right now. I don't know, but he's got so many Blade Maelstroms over there that he's not... Oh, man, there's... Oh, yeah, and he TT'd it. He TT'd it and completely destroyed that entire thing. So it looks like we are going to end up losing this game. I am just going to surrender. It's not worth it to go into the late game here and just waste my time. I know I'm going to lose the game. Again, I could go into very, very late game and wait it out and actually try and beat it, but it's not a fun video. It just gets kind of lame in the late game. It's not quite as fun. So I'd rather just end it now and just say, oh, too bad, so sad, whatever, screw it. So that's all I'm going to have you guys today, as always. Oh, here, I'll just surrender. Actually, I'll just let him beat me, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I got an ability here. I'm not going to be able to defend all these camo balloons. Holy crap, there's a crap load of camo balloons here. And he probably doesn't know what's going on, though. He probably doesn't even understand that I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just go for the rush. But that's okay. Oh, why did I get stuck at 1 life? It's almost like I was cheating or something. But that's all I'm going to have for you guys. So as always, please press the like button and have a great day.